Alright, so now we'll talk about bonuses and how to really be an effective pilot in what ship you're flying. The big mistake that new people make in Eve is they don't train the right things. They end up being half-ass pilots. They don't max out their basic stuff like the navigation that I was showing you and in engineering electronics. What you want to do at first is to max out all of the things that will give you your base bonuses to your ship, any ship that you get in. So there's skills like in electronics, engineering, mechanic, navigation, and spaceship command that will give you base bonuses that will apply to any ship that you ever fly in Eve. Those are the first things you want to focus on. It's better to have them all at level 5, but if you go to level 4, that's okay, but you need to eventually get them to level 5. That's very important. So once you have those out of the way, then you can focus on a ship that you want to fly. So common ships that are used in PvP that are easy to start out getting into are the covert ops, bombers, interceptors, a lot of the frigates. For example, the Anathema here. Every race has an equivalent of every other ship type. So, this is an Amar covert ops frigate. The Caldari has a Buzzard. The Galente has a Helios. The Mimitar has they have all these different variations. So, doesn't matter what race you are. If you want to fly a covert ops frigate, you don't have to be a specific race. That's what I'm trying to say. So if we look at the Anathema here, assuming we have all of our basic skills at least to level 4, we know that we're going to be able to get into warp at a reasonable time. We know that we're going to have a decent max speed. We know that we're going to have the maximum CPU and power grid available so that we don't have problems fitting our ships properly. We know that we're going to have the maximum amount of structure and armor and shield for any ship that we get in. The next thing you look at is the bonuses here. And let's see if I can make the text just a tad bigger. Where is that? General settings, text size. Is this it? No, that's not it. Explain graphics. Alright, well, fuck it. Anathema, Covert Ops Frigate. You can read the description here. And here's the bonuses. Some ships will have multiple bonuses from different skill sets, and I'll explain that. Amar Frigate skill bonus. So, for every level of Amar Frigate that we have, which at this point we have level 2. We can go up to level 5 on every skill, but for every level that we have of Amar Frigate, we get a 5% bonus to rocket damage and 5% reduction of capacitor recharge time per level. So at this point, if I were able to fly it, which I'm not, I would get a 10% bonus to rocket damage and 10% reduction of cap recharge time per level. That's the first set of bonuses. Second set, Covert Ops skill. For every level of Covert Ops that I have, I receive 97.5 to 100% reduced CPU need for cloaking device, 10% increase to scan strength of probes per level, 10% reduction to survey probe flight time per level. So at level 5, Amar Frigate and Covert Ops, which is less than a month train probably if you're mapped for it, you get all these bonuses. You get 25% bonus to rocket damage per level, 25% bonus to cap recharge, 50% increased scan strength, 50% reduction to survey probe flight time. Now, the prerequisites. This is what you have to look at for any ship that you want to learn to fly. And it will show the skills that you have as a circle. See, right now I have a Mar frigate, but I haven't trained it to level 5. If I had it trained to level 5, it would have a little check mark here. The skills that I don't have are marked with an X, and so I have to look at and figure out what I need to get covert ops level 1. I'll show you to do that in a sec. Same for electronics upgrades 5. So to do that, let's say I want to fly this thing. Go into the market tab and search for these two books, Covert Ops, and there it is, the book. Now I can click on this show info and it'll tell me what my prerequisites are. Electronics upgrades level 5. Okay, well, do I have that? No, I do not. So let's look up electronics upgrades. What's the prerequisites for that? I have the prerequisites for that. So I can buy this book and train it up to level 5. And then I can buy the Covert Ops book, train it up to level 5. And then I can fly the Anathema. But just being able to sit in a ship doesn't mean jack squat. Like I was saying earlier, you need all the base skills, and you need the skills associated with the fitting for the ship. I'll give you an example. Here's Emon, which if you watched the earlier video, you know what I'm talking about. You go into one of your plans here. Let's look up Anathema. Let's look up a fit. Here's a high rated fit, Covert Ops cloaking device, probe launcher, all these things here. So each one of these modules requires skill to use as well. So let's look up the Covert Ops 2 cloaking device. Covert Ops cloaking device 2. Right, click the show info, prerequisites. I need cloaking level 4. And to get, this is a skill book, I don't have it. Look up cloaking. Look at the show info, prerequisites electronics 4. So once I have electronics 4, I can get cloaking, train it up to, let's see, what do they say, cloaking 4. I can use the improved cloaking device, or the Tech 2 cloaking device. So once you have your EveMon set up with your account, you'll be able to actually look at, like at the bottom here, it'll tell you how long it'll take you to train for this particular fit. And that's very helpful in getting skilled towards the ships that you want to be in. So I'll go over the market tab quickly. Under the browse tab, you have all this stuff. You have ammo, apparel, blueprints, drones, implants, manufacturer, research, ship equipment, ship mods, ships, and skills, starbase, blah blah blah, trade goods. You can do a search for anything that you want to look for. Common mistake of noobs is to buy stuff at a very inflated price. A good way to tell if something is being inflated or not is to, let's look up the Black Ops book. Black Ops book. Alright, so interesting thing about the market here is that each station in every system has its own marketplace. So it's not a global market. When you buy something, say right now I am in the IMRAR system. If I buy this book from Marthia, it's not going to appear in my cargo. It's not going to appear in the station that I'm in this system. It's going to appear in this station that I bought it from. So be careful buying stuff that's 5 jumps away. You might have to go 5 jumps to get it. You will have to go 5 jumps to get it. But a way to check to make sure you're getting the correct NPC price, especially for books, is to look at the expiration. All NPC traders will list for 364 days. So the correct price for this book is 57,600,000. Well, right next door they have one for 75 million, but you know that that's not an NPC price because it says 89 days. So always look for that, because you can get ripped off massively starting out if you don't know what to look for. Quick bar is easy. If you find something that you want to bookmark, right click, add to quick bar, and there it is. I'm gonna have to cut this video off now, and I'll go over just a little bit more in the next one.